dish. Going down, baby. Yo, street in the rainbow. Street sweeper, baby. Cock ready to let it go. I always thought he said cock right there. And I was like,
Cock.
I was like, that's explicit.
Oh, because it's ill.
Is that what he says? Does he say cock? That's a weird place to drop a cock into.
No, I think his street sweeper is cocked.
Street sweeper cocked?
Yeah, he's got it cocked and ready to let it go. So he's going to sweep the street.
Oh, but who is Adule Boo?
I think that's
like an Iranian prince?
It's a foreigner.
Sounds like a foreigner.
Yeah, he sounds like a prince, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was Aladdin's fake name when he was a sultan?
John?
No, I think it was like something Abu.
Was it?
Oh, no, Abu was his monkey, wasn't it? I'm all over the place.
I could have sworn it was John. Welcome back to Idiotsyncratic.
Hola.
This is the show, the only show in the world where what we're talking about is the only thing that matters to you. Don't even think about having anything else that matters to you.
Yeah, you better not be doing other stuff while you're listening to this right now.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You got kids? Forget them.
Yep.
This is what you're doing right now, always.
Yep.
So I'm Justyn. I'm the host for this episode, for big episode 11. Is that the way we're going to do it? 11. Big episode 11. We came back. You thought you got rid of us. You were wrong. We're back. With me is my man, my boy, my bottom bitch. Remember that from the pre-show?
I remember that. So it was like 30 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you remember? A while back.
Yeah. Go listen to the audio-only version if you want to know what that means.
Yeah, that's the version to listen to. This is the version to watch. That's my man, Alex Soto, right there. You see him? There he is. Look at that.
Who's got two thumbs and his name is Alex Soto? It's me.
Oh, it's you? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. So, on today's episode, we're going to be getting into a mysterious mystery.
Which is about Harry Potter.
I don't know what it's about, but I can tell you it's spooky. It's about to get real spooky up in here.
It's about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. And Jap tunes, which I just learned the correct spelling for. It's about animes.
Yep.
Yay!
Animation.
New ones?
Japanese cartoons. Huh?
New ones? New animes?
Just in general, because we always talk about it, and I thought about it, and I was like, hey, people might not know what the hell we're talking about.
That's true. We had Enrique in for test episode 3, I think. And we got into some pretty decent anime talk there, but
yeah,
this is full on.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball
Super.
So try to guess what those interests are later on before we get into the actual show. Pre-break. Before you got to see our mugs, I told this bitch right here he's going first.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Let's hear about your Jap tunes. About your Japanimations. That's what I used to call it. Before I knew it was called anime.
For real?
We just called it Japanimation.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you now?
It's very punny.
I didn't even know what to call it.
It's just cartoons?
Well, I don't know.
But the cool cartoons.
I think I used to call it like Toonami or something. That's what I thought it was.
There you go. It's ingrained.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, we are also joined by none other than Donald J. Trump,
our
himself.
president.
We were supposed to have a guest on today, but he didn't show up. He's not here right now, but he may come back on. He may come on next week.
Someday. We never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
But look out.
Yeah, so
I made a phone call to our presidente to have him fill in for us for today.
How you feeling over there, Mr. Trump?
Not very talkative.
Okay. I guess he's doing okay.
Yeah. He probably won't be saying very much, but...
Shithole. Whoa, don't bring that on here, you xenophobe.
Hey, what happened? Man, your Trump impression got a little better.
It did?
Yeah, because I remember it used to sound like Zoolander to me.
Oh.
It sounded like Zoolander Trump.
Wait, what are you talking about? We actually have Trump here himself.
Matilda.
You better watch your mouth, you brown man.
This guy, he's so racist. Why did we ask him to come on?
It's pretty good. I mean, yeah. All right.
He's going to be here with us the whole show, people. So hopefully, yeah, we'll get him to shut up. Shut your mouth, Trump.
Shh.
Sorry, buddy. What were you saying? Like my good friend, my good brown friend.
All right. So what I'm talking about is this weird thing. It's not weird. It's awesome. It's called anime.
Animes.
What it is Japanese cartoons. So you people may have if you don't already know. If you do know, then good job, high five. If you don't know, they're just really cool cartoons that aren't necessarily made for children's. I would actually argue that most of them aren't made for children.
I think even Pokemon, to a certain degree, is not made for children. And that's
Yeah.
probably like the safest anime that there is.
Yeah.
Hamtaro, maybe?
I don't remember.
I don't know anything about it.
I know I've
just
seen
it's
it,
about a
but-
hamster. About a hamster who murders other hamsters, so I guess it's not safe for chillins.
It's not safe. Nobody's safe.
No one's safe. Nobody
Nobody
pray for me.
pray for me.
Ah, yeah, my man.
Shit. Okay, but the reason why they're cool is because I personally like them because for the stories. Like they tell like crazy stories. I think. Well, I mean, you guys already know I'm a big nerd for Japanese culture in general, and I feel like the stories are just always so epic, you know.
Yeah.
And the main characters tend to be really powerful a lot of times, and I like that, you know. But there's all different genres of them, and people don't really get that. So I think some of the best ones are actually horror animes that we talked about a little
yeah.
last episode. Some of them are pretty crazy.
Yeah, they really push the envelope. And not just when it comes to the atmosphere or the creepiness factor, but with the gore, man, there's some crazy ass gore in horror animes.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's really cool about anime is that it's a medium that you can get away with a lot because it is just like cartoons, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people try to do live action recreations and they're always terrible. In my opinion. I have yet to see one that I liked,
That's very true.
you know.
Even Attack on Titan that recently came out apparently was garbage.
I never saw it. Oh, you know what? I heard actually I've never seen it, but I heard that there's this older anime called Rurouni Kenshin or Samurai X.
I love it. Oh yeah, I forgot that movie came out recently, right?
Yeah, there's a trilogy actually.
Really?
Well, it wasn't really recently. It's kind of old now. But there's I never saw them, but I heard they were really good.
That
So-
might be the first. It's, of course, it's going to be a faithful adaptation, but that might be the first good one. So I love Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, and-
Okay, it came out 2012.
It would make more sense too that one specifically wouldn't be bad for live action
Mhm.
because in that anime it's about a wandering samurai who's like basically just a badass at killing people. And
By
then
Tosai, the manslayer,
yeah, and then he decides to like never kill again.
he inverts his sword.
Yeah, so then he has a reverse edge sword that can't kill people supposedly, but he just beats the shit out of everybody.
he just beats him to death is what he does.
Basically, but yeah, so I could see a live action movie being just about a badass samurai.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It received positive reviews from critics, and it says we have a film that shows what a live action adaptation of an anime should be like.
Oh, well,
Cool.
there you have it. Peepos.
Peepses.
Yeah. And I've already talked about in depth how I love bingeable content.
Yeah.
And that's what anime tends to be. Some of them are kind of shorter things, but you could find different animes for like just about anything.
Yeah.
But if you're into binging, there's such animes as Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Or Naruto in general. There's do you know how many off the top of your head of the original Naruto there is?
How many episodes?
Yeah. Oh wait, I got it.
300, something like that.
Okay, well on Crunchyroll there's only 220. They probably eliminated a lot of filler. And
Okay.
then so Naruto is about a little kid who's a ninja, but he's like just a dummy. And
think Goku, but with a fox demon inside of him. Because he's just like Goku. He's dumb, but he's extremely talented at the same time.
and everybody hates him. And
I guess that's the difference.
in the
really.
beginning, yeah, he's super clumsy and just a bad ninja, but he tries really hard and he just has a super go get him attitude.
Yeah.
And
And then you find out why he acts up so much and why everybody hates him. And it's just heartbreaking.
yeah, and
It's a beautiful story.
once you get into Naruto Shippuden, there's a little time skip, and he's like teenager mode instead of a little kid. That's when it actually gets good. You find out a lot more backstory. But yeah, Naruto Shippuden is 500 episodes on Crunchyroll.
God.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna hear Crunchyroll a lot. Crunchyroll is a streaming service that I use for most of my animes.
Hulu's got a bunch of them too.
Yeah, Hulu has a lot. There's some on Netflix. There's actually a lot of Netflix originals.
Yeah,
and they're pretty good too. Oh yeah. I guess let me backtrack a little bit. But I got into anime when I was pretty young, but I didn't know what it was. But
the Toonami days is probably when you got
basically
into it.
Probably everybody's first anime. You know, Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah,
Bam.
yeah.
And actually, I even remember watching Dragon Ball like even before that. But
Really,
I think I was like yeah. I think I was even younger. Too young to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure everybody knows what Dragon Ball Z is. And oh man, one of the things I love about Dragon Ball Z is that the main character is a Saiyan, which is like a class of warrior people who've been since eradicated.
Mm-hmm.
And he always reaches like a new level of power.
Yeah, but not of intelligence.
Not of intelligence. He's really dumb. They made him really dumb.
Yeah.
And I think they're making him dumber and dumber, actually, it feels like.
I remember on, I think it was Resurrection F when, or it might have been Battle of the Gods, when Vegeta is just talking shit. He's like, "You're such an idiot." He's like, he goes, "And you don't get smarter." And I was like, right on, Vegeta.
Yeah.
That's so true. But you can't help but love Goku. Lovable oaf.
Yeah, he is just a lovable oaf who saves the universe time and time again.
Massive heart.
Yeah, massive power level.
God, yeah.
It's over 9,000.
It's well over 9,000 now.
Yeah. It's over 9 billion, probably.
Jeez.
9 billion, million, trillion.
9 infinites.
Yeah, also, One Piece is a super bingeable one.
Oh, God. Good luck.
Yeah, if you want to spend a lot of time watching something. I actually am caught up to One Piece now, which makes me sad. Because as somebody who loves binging, I hate waiting every week, or who knows, it seems like these come out like once every week and a half or something.
Oh, yeah.
Completely random.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. Yeah, and then you watch like a little bit of Sode, and then you get a friggin', what is it, a cliffhanger. And you're just, I just want to know, like, what the hell? Why are you leaving me on this cliff?
Yeah, and with One Piece, the creator came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Of the closet?
Yeah, and he basically said, "Yeah, I'm about halfway done with the story." And there's there's like 800 episodes or something. So get ready to watch One Piece for the rest of your life if you get into it.
I'm happy with that, actually.
I hear it's great. I watched when it first came out on Cartoon Network, and they replaced all the guns with plunger guns or whatever, green plunger guns.
I never
shit
saw
like
it on
that.
Cartoon Network, so I don't know.
That was the most egregious censorship I've ever seen in a show.
I think you told me that Sanji has a
Lollipop.
lollipop instead of a
cigarette.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
And Zolo, I think there was one episode where he gets
Zolo.
Oh, that's what they call him in the show. Is that his name? What's his name?
It's Zoro, but they're Japanese.
Oh,
So
yeah, Zodo. They call him Zolo, Zolo.
oh my.
And I think there's one episode where he gets cut up, but they make the sound effects when swords are hitting him or whatever.
Yeah.
And instead of him getting sliced up, he's just like, oh, and he falls down, no blood or anything, but he's just like,
really?
It's like, what the hell? What am I watching? What is happening?
What happened to him?
Yeah, it's like someone beat him up with a bunch of swords.
It's like he just had horrible constipation that caused him to fall on the ground, writhe in pain.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Did I say how many that has? It has 1,033 right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
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 It's like watching the Japanese Simpsons.
Is it?
Because the Simpsons has like 1,000 episodes, I think.
There's a lot of comedy ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going through Crunchyroll right now to see what's
I think
some of my favorite ones.
I think the biggest aspect of anime in general, even though the vast majority of them are action based, they all have comedy spliced into them.
Oh yeah.
Like like the entire premise of One Punch Man is hilarious.
Oh yeah, go watch One Punch Man. It's only 10 episodes, I think, and season 2 is coming out this year. But it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
The whole premise of it is just it's one giant joke, but it's
Yeah.
also extremely captivating by how action packed it is.
yeah. So what One Punch Man is about is a guy.
The guy.
He's so powerful that every single opponent he's gone against, every super crazy monster or anything like that, he punches him once and they just basically explode because he's so overpowered.
He's like, another one.
Yeah, and he's sad because I think he's getting bored, like with life, like he wants a good fight or something.
Yeah.
But he just everybody he punches just dies.
And he's not joking when he says they explode. They actually burst into pieces. Yeah.
He's so powerful, and the way he got powerful was not like a superpower or anything. He just worked out a lot.
He's like Rock Lee.
He just did as many push-ups as humanly possible, and then he got so powerful.
And all his hair fell off.
His hair fell off
because he trained so hard.
He worked so hard. He worked out so hard.
It's like with
so
all
ridiculous.
these anime, I think the comedy aspect, it's like they're all inside jokes. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they only exist and are hilarious in this universe. But when you look at them from an outside perspective, it's like, what the hell? That's hilarious. That's dumb.
Yeah. And there's also like this whole almost like rage comic face thing that is in like all animes.
Yeah.
They have these weird faces that they do. Like one of the things is, so there's always like a lot of pervy elements. I think that's just from Japanese
You just
culture
say
in
the
general.
nosebleed.
Yeah, nosebleed.
Yeah.
And I always wondered why they do that, you know? But like it'll be something weird where like, you know, one of the characters will like see down a girl's shirt or something and he'll be like, "Oh my god," and his nose will bleed.
It's gotten so bad over time. Every time it happens, like, I don't remember. Oh, it might have been Naruto, but some character's nose started bleeding and it started shooting out and it like rocketed them off the ground. It's like, what the hell? It's like an SNL skit.
Or
And-
like sometimes like they'll turn into like a little ghost, like if they get embarrassed or something,
Yeah.
or not embarrassed, but what would it be?
I guess you'd say embarrassed. I think that'd be the best indication for it, or shy, or yeah,
or
demure.
if they're being like sly or something, sometimes they'll have like a little cat face. Or like if they're like lying or trying to trick you or something,
Or
and
if
they'll
they-
be like, "Wait a minute," and then you'll see them. They'll have like a little cat face.
If they're like befuddled, like if they hear something stupid, they fall over real fast. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
just see their
Like
legs.
their legs
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah. And that's present in every anime. There's always at least one variation
Yeah.
of one of those.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how they do that.
It's just the culture. Oh, and then this, instead of like sticking your tongue out at someone or flicking them off, they
yeah.
pull their eyelid down. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I wonder if little kids in Japan do that, and like on the
I'm gonna toss a little pebble in their eyelid. That's what you get for doing that, idiot.
or like on Naruto, he would do like the hand on the butt thing.
Oh yeah. Kakashi Sensei.
1,000 Years of Death. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Apparently that's a game that little kids play over there, where they try
That
to they put their fingers together, like their two hands, all four fingers, and then try to poke each other in the butt with it.
is gay as shit.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I think we had some gay games.
Oh, of course. I mean, we're American. We were American kids.
What was the gayest game you could think of that we played? Man, I can't think of any right now, but I know we probably had them. But I could just think of all the punching ones,
I probably blocked them out.
like open chest. Oh yeah, because you're so what is it?
So man, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. They're so traumatizing. I guess.
Traumatized. You're so traumatized.
Or this, remember this?
Yeah. Damn it, you got me.
That's 2 hits, bitch. I'm looking at you right there.
Got him again.
2 sucks.
Yeah. Or this.
Oh yeah.
No, I was
Oh.
hoping that you would put one of these on,
Oh yeah.
like a picture of it.
There it is. Got you again, bitch. That's 2 hits. I wonder how many people are looking away.
That's like 6 hits.
That's like 6 hits right there.
Yeah. So another one I would recommend is Blue Exorcist. It's pretty good.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
We'll go watch it, Justin.
You got it.
Oh, if you want to watch a horror one, I would recommend Another. It's very psychological thriller.
Is that where the kids start dying off one by one?
I forgot.
with a girl. Okay, I think one of the first deaths is the girl who falls down a flight of stairs and then the umbrella pierces her.
No. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
another.
I've seen a little. Oh, it's the ghost girl, right? It's the ghost girl who's
I can't tell you. It's
supposedly
spoiler.
causing it. Okay. Oh, we've seen some of it. I don't think we finished it. The scariest anime that I've ever seen, though, by far, and it's one of the most gruesome and dismal.
Horror Party 5.
Corpse Party.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And there's only 4 episodes, and they're all on YouTube, so you watch them for free. You torrent them basically. There's only 4 episodes, and it's extremely hard to watch because of how graphic and how dismal it is.
I like the psychological ones.
Yeah. There's no escape in any sense of the word when it comes to
You
that.
can't escape the rooms.
Let's call back.
That's a callback.
Call back.
Call back to this episode. All right, my man. That's pretty much all I got.
So you got?
Yeah. Do you got any final thoughts on animes?
I know recently, as I've gotten older, I've kind of fallen out of them just because I don't like a lot of the tropes that persist through them. Like the comedy tropes are hilarious. I love them. But the whole, it's a high school kid who somehow manages to be a little special, but he's also afraid to talk to girls. Stuff like that.
There's a lot of archetypes that are common.
Yeah, and I just heard about this recently that the only reason that I see that in all the anime is because I'm only watching a certain type of anime. I just thought that was all anime in general, but apparently there are many, many other subgenres of anime that are completely okay. So like some of my favorite anime of all time, Death Note.
Could I forget Death Note?
That's
Go watch Death Note.
The Breaking Bad of anime, basically.
It's basically 2 geniuses battling each other.
Yeah, and it's not like any other anime because it's not an action anime. People aren't fighting each other. It's a battle of wits.
Mm-hmm.
So Samurai Champloo is another of my favorites.
Samurai Champloo, yeah.
And that one is extremely action based, but it's also got
It's more realistic.
It's way more realistic. It's got a tinge of hip hop to it too.
Oh yeah.
And it's
in the art style and also just the way they talk.
The attitude.
Yeah, the attitude. Yeah, that's good. It's a good one. It's different.
Vastly different. So I think my problem is that I've only been watching the same, and I don't remember what the term was, but the same genre of anime, thinking that was the only one that's out there. But
yeah, there's a lot of genres. There's even weird ones that are like just for like teenage girls, and it's not action based at all. All it is about.
Is that like
it's basically Gilmore Girls, but like
is that like Fruits Basket
ones.
and stuff like that?
I think so. Kind of, I never watched Fruits Basket because I have ovaries, but
because you don't have ovaries.
Because I don't have ovaries. But I'm just kidding. I've heard some dudes like it, but whatever.
There's on my Junji Ito binge, I heard about this manga called Gantz, and that is drastically different than anything I've ever seen. I
think I've seen it.
It's a horror action manga / anime, but
what is it about though?
It's about these people who die are resurrected into this what seems to be this hotel room or something, and they wait there, and there's this giant black ball in it.
Yes, I have seen it.
And it sends them on missions to go kill aliens who have disguised themselves as humans, basically.
Yeah.
And it is extremely graphic. Like some of your favorite characters will die off like that
in the first whatever.
Yeah. There's nudity everywhere. There's like overt sexual themes, and not like the cheeky kind, like in normal anime, but it's like people, like girls getting railed in it too.
I don't remember that.
Man,
I think I've only seen a movie of it. Are you talking about you're talking about the manga, right?
I'm talking about the manga, yeah. Because I read the manga for like 80 chapters or so, and I was just like, you know what? I'm getting really sick of this. But, okay, because one of the tropes for that one is that nobody knew how to fight. Nobody knew how to not be a dumbass and actually shoot their damn guns at these aliens. That's the kind of shit that pissed me off, and it got me off of it pretty quick, I'd say. But
there's a movie.
Yeah, the movie
feature movie is pretty good.
Yeah, the movie's pretty intense too. And if you watch them, it's on Netflix. If you watch that, it gives you a brief glimpse into kind of what Gantz is all about, and it also shows you that it's not your stereotypical anime. It's vastly different. So I think there's at least one for everybody out there. And depending on what your tastes are, it shouldn't be too hard to find one. Start off with DBZ. If you haven't seen an anime before, watch Dragon Ball Z. That's the culmination, like the amalgam of what anime really is, all boiled down into one just amazing show about these awesome characters.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Arby's is pretty cool.
That's all I had to say about it.
All right. I was gonna say let's get into yours now, but I'm not the host.
I'm hosting. I'm the captain now. All right. So, for my interest, a mysterious mystery. I'm going to be talking about the Somerton Man.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of this guy? Okay.
I was joking.
Or Taman Shud. That's also.
Oh yeah.
You know about that?
No, I still don't know what the fuck you're talking
I
about.
know even less now. All right. So, I was on another Reddit thread binge.
Of course you were.
About mysterious mysteries and unsolved unsolveries. And this one's pretty high on the list. So on December 1st, 1948, at 6:30 a.m., the police were contacted after the body of a man was discovered on Somerton Beach. Hence the name Somerton Man.
Oh, damn.
So it says, the man was found lying in the sand across from the crippled children's home, which was on the corner of Esplanade and Brickford Terrace. And this is in South Australia, I think.
Is this recent?
No, it's in the 40s.
Oh, I was going to say crippled children's home?
Yeah.
Who calls it that?
The slows. He was lying back with his head resting against the wall, with his legs extended and his feet crossed. It was believed he had died while sleeping. An unlit cigarette was on his right collar of his coat. A search of his pockets revealed an unused second-class rail ticket from Adelaide to Henley Beach, a bus ticket from the city that could not be proved to have been used, a narrow aluminum American comb, a half-empty packet of juicy fruit chewing gum, an Army Club cigarette packet containing 7 Kenzitas cigarettes, and a quarter-full box of Bryant and May matches. These are all important to the story, apparently.
An American comb?
Yeah, like one Ricky Ricardo used to use.
So in Australia, they have combs that are different?
That's the thing about it. Who is this man? Is he
He's
even Australian?
American.
Is he even Australian?
Because he has an American comb.
Do you have to be American to have that?
These are pre-Amazon days.
That's true. A couple who saw him around 7 p.m. the night before noted that they saw him extend his right arm to its fullest extent and drop it limply. Another couple who saw him from 7:30 to 8, during which the time the streetlights had come on, recounted that they did not see him move during the half hour in which he was in view, although they did have the impression that his position had changed. So the autopsy was conducted, and the pathologist estimated the time of death around 2 a.m. on December 1st. So he was seen November 30th, stretching his arm out, and they said that the time of death looks to be around 2 a.m. On the 1st. So...
All right.
Yeah.
So if he's alive, he could stretch his arm out. So
I wonder if that was like his death rattle or whatever, like his final,
because he dropped it limply.
So the autopsy says the heart was of normal size, normal in every way. Small vessels not commonly observed in the brain were easily discernible with congestion. There was congestion of the pharynx, and the gullet was covered with whitening of superficial layers of the mucosa with a patch of ulceration in the middle of it.
Bro science.
This is real bro science. This is real. It's from an autopsist. The stomach was deeply congested. There was congestion in the second half of the duodenum. There was blood mixed.
The duodenum.
There was blood mixed with the food in the stomach. Both kidneys were congested, and the liver contained a great excess of blood in its vessels. The spleen was strikingly large, about 3 times normal size.
Why is he eating blood?
There was, he was probably very hungry. There was destruction of the center of the liver lobules revealed under the microscope. Acute gastritis, hemorrhage, extensive congestion of the liver and spleen, and the congestion to the brain. So apparently this guy was, every organ in his body was basically swelling up, ready to burst. So, well, why would that happen? What could have caused that? Although poisoning remained a prime suspicion.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. He had a pasty, apparently. I don't know what that is. like a
A pasty?
yeah, a pasty. He had the only thing in his stomach was a pasty that was eaten, from what they said, probably around 4 hours before.
Maybe that's what they call pastries.
like a cookie or something like that,
Yeah.
or like an actual pastry,
I thought it was a pasty. A pasty was like what strippers put on their nipples.
or like a.
Why would he eat that?
This guy seems to be a real party animal. So it says the pasty was not believed. Although poisoning remained the prime suspicion, the pasty was not believed to be the source of the poison. Other than that, the coroner was unable to reach a conclusion as to the man's identity, cause of death, or whether the man was seen alive at Somerton Beach on the evening of the 30th.
I think the coroner did it.
It's the greatest crime of all. It was an icicle, stab him right in the heart, melts away.
No,
Murder weapon's gone.
like up his nose or something, like a lobotomy.
Oh God. On January 14th, 1949, the staff of Adelaide Railway Station discovered a brown suitcase with its label removed, which had been checked into the station cloakroom around 11 a.m. on the 30th of November, which is the
The day before he died.
yeah,
Well, yeah, kind
Yeah.
of, I guess.
or the his final day of resting, I guess that would be. I don't know, who knows? It was believed that the suitcase was owned by the man found on the beach. In the case were a red checked dressing gown, a size 7 red felt pair of slippers, 4 pairs of underpants, pajamas, shaving items, a light brown pair of trousers with sand in the cuffs, an electrician's screwdriver, a table knife cut down into a short, sharp instrument, a pair of scissors with sharpened points, a small square of zinc thought to have been used as a protective sheath for the knife and scissors, and a stenciling brush. So it's like, who the hell is this guy with a dress?
Jason Bourne.
Yeah,
Yeah, why does he have a dress?
he's got a dress, he's got other clothes, he's got obvious murder weapons.
Why does he need 2 pairs of chonies?
Maybe he shit his pants.
Oh.
They were brown, but they might have been white before. The mystery of the Somerton Man, or again, the other name for it is Tamam Shud, which
Why is it?
Tamam Shud, it's named after the Persian phrase meaning ended or finished, which was printed on a scrap of paper found months later in the fob of his trousers, basically in his pocket.
Huh.
So there was a piece of paper with Tamam Shud, which translates to ended or finish, in his pants. So this random guy is found dead. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody can identify him. Apparently, he's very spruced up, clean looking. He leaves a suitcase at the railway station, which contains things that it probably shouldn't contain.
Yeah, sharpened scissors and
yeah,
a dress.
Yeah, all the labels on his clothes have been ripped off, and he has in the way he's sitting. Apparently, I was reading more into it. They said that it looked like he died somewhere else and was left there, based off how it looks staged.
Yeah, really.
And he has a scrap of paper in his pants that says "finish" or "ended."
Hmm.
So, who the hell is this guy? So apparently, a lot of the theories point to him being a spy, because this is around World War II time. The biggest theory is that he was a spy. But, and again, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, just because of everything put together. Obviously, it seemed like he maybe was behind enemy lines, got caught, was murdered, placed here on the beach, had every identifying factor about him ripped away from him, and just spy taken care of.
But why Australia? Like, that seems kind of out of the way, huh?
I'm wondering if I don't know much about what Australia was doing during the war, but I'm wondering if that was a center point, or like a who knows? The guy could have been a spy for like the Axis or whatever, and Australia was our ally. Who knows what could have been going on?
Yeah.
But if he was a spy, I think he was either a spy or he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So, but if it was the wrong place, wrong time thing, what do you think is with all the personal effects that are weird as fuck?
Can't explain it. The
I
only
feel like he has to be a spy.
the only explanation I would have for something like that is he's just a weirdo. But you know
He's either a spy or a Hitokodoshi.
but that doesn't. I think that's just a lazy way to go about saying what he could be. Is just he's probably just a little weird. I don't know if he's just a little weird. I think he was a spy, possibly caught behind enemy lines, or it could be like a John Wick situation where, you know, they just happen to be two opposing spies, or two opposing assassins just happen to. So John Wick is here, and this guy follows him and tries to take him out or whatever. I mean, who knows? But I'm wondering how frightful and how just insane the last moments of his life were.
But they don't actually know what the cause of death was either.
Mm-mm. And that's another thing is, okay, well, what the hell caused this man's organs to basically completely turn against him? Even his brain was congested. So what the hell happened to this guy? Apparently, he had no signs of physical trauma. They don't think the pasty was what could have poisoned him if he was poisoned. But it seems like the only logical conclusion is that he was probably poisoned.
Yeah.
I know Germany during the war was working on some state-of-the-art poisons and gases and whatnot.
They had their hands on the Tesseract.
Basically.
So
yeah,
who knows what kind of technology they could have
who knows?
made from that ancient wisdom.
Deceptive Nazis.
Deceptive Nazi.
So, yeah, I mean, there's to this day they still really don't know what happened. There have been so many investigations on it. They've been showing. Let's see. They've been investigating his ears to see if those are indicators into what could have happened. There's a 60 Minutes documentary about it not too long ago, and they actually caught up with people who claim to be his family, but first of all, they're not allowed to exhume the body to do DNA testing because whoever was considered his next of kin won't allow it. So even that's suspicious, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this man has been dead for, 70, 80 years, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And we may be able to crack this case, what happened to him. Well, let's just go ahead and exhume his body and test some of his DNA. But they're like, no. It's disrespectful. I don't want to do it. But we could actually find out who the man is. We could find out what happened to him.
Yeah.
But I guess they just want to let sleeping dogs lie.
Dang.
Or protect some sort of secret. Maybe he was a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, stuff like this drives me crazy because
Mhm.
I want to know.
Yeah, just imagine walking on the beach and you see a dead body there. And especially in this day and
If
age.
you see a guy taking a nap and his arm just reaches for the sky and then just falls down,
He's probably dead.
go check him out.
Yeah, go check him out.
He might be.
He might be a spy that needs your help.
He might need your help.
Yeah, so it's still considered one of Australia's most profound mysteries because, again, they still have no idea what happened. And actually, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. This was not during the war. This was after the war. This is 1948. This is actually the beginning of the Cold War.
I don't know dates, Justin.
I think it's 38 through 45 or 46 was World War II. Yeah. So this is after that. So this was actually the start of the Cold War. This man, if this was like the start of the Cold War, this man could have been a Russian spy, Cuban. Who the hell knows?
I feel like logistically it's just weird.
But I mean, I would think that if you are a spy of, I can't even tell. Like, it's hard to speculate because all the details they're just lost. A spy, maybe a spy of a decent caliber, could have access to travel very long distances, planes and jets or whatever, to go to different places of the world that maybe they shouldn't have been to retrieve the freaking golden compass or whatever it is that they're after, whatever it is that they're after. And then
they're working on a koala bomb.
Yeah.
That puts the koala syphilis into the
Oh no,
atmosphere.
You don't want that shit. You don't want that shit.
Into the atmosphere.
But maybe he was intercepted by another spy. Maybe he was taken out by his own organization. No, again, nobody knows who the hell this man is. He still
Straight cover up and stuff.
He still has no identity. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
And even the people who are claiming to be his family. Even that's debatable.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's my great uncle or whatever.
How would they know that?
Yeah, exactly. Everything about it just seems like a giant. There's just enough detail to make it mysterious, but enough detail missing to make it a little weird. Like how do all these events line up as perfectly as they do to give us no insight as to who this guy could have been?
Fucking crazy.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
You're dead, Somerton Man.
All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
They also found a book that he kept, which I can't even pronounce what this is. So apparently this guy, he might be Russian. Who knows? But there is some weird text that's like scribbled in it that they believe could be code.
Is it Navajo?
I don't know. It just looks weird. It looks like it looks like the English alphabet, but weird. I don't know. It looks like somebody who's not American who has learned the alphabet or whatever and started writing these codes down.
Oh. So he's Russian then.
Yeah, he might be Russian. He is
Russian.
These look like Russian letters.
He is Russian.
He's Russian. Yeah, so they still have not been able to crack it. Even if that is a code, still have not been able to crack it.
See, stuff like that is weird to me because how can I feel like we got the best code crackers, and with technology, you should be able to put that in a program and it notice the patterns and stuff instantaneously.
They're still working on it too.
We got AI.
I know it's still it's a cold case, but they're still kind of working out on the side, I guess. But there's a plaster cast made of his head in 49.
Why?
I guess to try and help get him identified, help him be identified.
Oh yeah, earlier you said something about they're studying his ears.
Yeah, they were studying. Yeah,
look at that. For what? What are they looking for?
So apparently his ears, the not the canals, but the ridges, it's comparing his ear specifically to somebody else's, to I guess a normal to a person of the same race that they think he could have belonged to. So it says the upper hollow area, like the ridge or whatever, is larger than the lower. And on the right, it shows a normal one that's showing the upper is typically much smaller. The Somerton Man's ear type is possessed by only 1% to 2% of the Caucasian population and is an important clue to narrowing down his identity. It is possible that any lost relatives may have this feature. So his ears could crack the code to
who he was.
Yeah, I guess to his lineage, and I guess you could kind of trace back from there. But still, even to this day, even with, like you said, the technology we have, that still the case hasn't been cracked. They still don't know who he is, and they have a plaster cast of his head made. So they have his ear molds, but they still can't find out who the hell this guy is.
So specific.
Yeah,
his ear spacing.
And I'm looking at a picture of him. He looks like a I don't know what you could probably consider him like a high rise type guy. Like he's living the life in this day and age. Yeah, he doesn't look like he would be the type of guy to just wash up on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, or just go sit down and die.
Yeah. No, he looks like a spy. This is a picture of him right here. What do you think, Alex?
Spooky.
Spooky. So who is Tamam Shud or the Somerton Man? The world may never know.
All right, idiots.
What do you think?
You're on it.
Crack this case for us and Australia.
The experts can't figure it out, but I know you guys can. And
I deliberately don't have a lot of information to bring because there is not a lot of information at all.
Yeah.
There's books that he's kept. There's always people claiming, oh, he's my relative. I knew him,
Well, we know he liked gum, so
yeah, we know he liked juicy fruit.
There's that.
I think they interviewed a woman who claimed to be his girlfriend or something too.
She was like, "That's my dress,"
and I think she was just like, "Oh, I don't know anything about it." Maybe she killed him. Maybe she's the opposing spy. This man is a spy. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that's the only explanation.
You know what? Why would his own personal effects have all the labels
just
ripped
weird
out?
Yeah,
Like it's not like somebody else had his shit and then checked it in for him,
Yeah.
or maybe that could have happened. I don't know.
You see, it's too open ended. Maybe okay.
Ugh.
If he is a spy, and he got captured, he got intercepted by another spy. It does make sense to me, especially if he's good at what he does. He wouldn't have any labels on his clothes. He wouldn't have any identifying factors about him. And maybe he could have been in disguise, using a disguise with that red dress or something. It's kind of who
Maybe,
knows,
yeah.
man. But he has he's got weird sharpened tools inside of his suitcase.
Yeah, shivs.
Shivs, yeah, he's got a train ticket that's never been used. It's like, what the heck? It sounds like somebody killed him and then just started stuffing stuff in his pocket.
I feel like it's also weird that he has multiple shivs.
Multiple shivs,
He's
yeah.
like, these sharpened scissors aren't enough. I gotta sharpen a kitchen knife or whatever.
I bet you that when the time came that he knew he had to take out his target, or that he was going to be facing another spy, he was going to take those scissors out, break them apart, and have two shivs.
Oh, like kunai.
That's a spy type thing. It's a ninja spy
yeah.
thing.
Or if he was John Wick, he could have just used a pencil.
Oh my god, that's so badass. Remember that scene where they're walking on both levels and they're shooting at each other
Oh yeah.
with the silencers?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so intense.
Oh, John Wick. Have my babies.
Maybe this guy is John Wick's great grandfather.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Crack the code, idiots.
Yeah. Man.
Crack
this
the code,
sucks. I want
sir.
to know who he is.
Yeah.
How is this not a movie yet?
Good question. Actually, I wonder if it is. Or I wonder if it's because stuff like this always makes its way into pop culture.
Yeah.
Let's see, media reaction, pop culture. Yeah, just some. Yeah, no movies or anything, but speculation. So yeah, they think one of his identities could be Alfred Boxall from London, but this is all just wild theories.
But he
basically.
didn't have any tea.
Oh, you're right. He didn't have any tea on him.
He can't be British or
Who
Londish or whatever. Where's he from?
knows? They think he could be from London.
Oh, maybe he's a wizard, Harry.
Harry.
Maybe he. Oh, see, I knew it was about Harry Potter.
Witness sightings. The suitcase.
Yeah, maybe his suitcase. Those are just fake things that wizards think muggles carry, and you have to actually tap it with your wand for it to reveal its real contents. Oh, his unused rail ticket could be because he didn't need to use the ticket because he went to 3 1/4 whatever platform.
Oh, yeah,
and shit.
platform 3 and 6 quarters.
Yeah,
Because there are 6 quarters.
yeah.
Looks like
It's 150 cents.
everybody who could be considered a relative or have anything to do with the Somerton Man is dead as of March 2009.
2009.
Mhm.
Oh my. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Damn, that's almost 10 years ago.
So that's all I had to say about that, people. So try to figure out what happened to this guy. This very, very spooky case. Maybe it was the government that took him out. You gonna help us or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go find out.
Go find out.
What are you, queer, son?
Maybe this guy was because he had a dress in his suitcase.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not judging, but maybe. Who knows? The man is a mystery. It's a very mysterious mystery, is what this man is.
He could have been an alien. Could have been a wizard.
One of those. Just one of those.
Yeah.
Pick.
Could have been a time traveler. Maybe the dress was for the time traveler's wife.
Oh.
What else? It could have been Illuminati.
Mhm.
Freemason.
Oh. The Masons. You got the Masons involved in this now.
Oops.
He could have been Amish.
No, because he had a gum.
Yeah, you're right. All right, that's all I have for mine. Do you have any closing arguments for my interest?
But what if he didn't die?
What if he was the coroner?
We got it.
We
Case
figured it out.
closed.
Case closed.
Yes.
Which also is another really good anime. Case closed. Look that up.
Oh, have I seen that?
Detective Conan.
Is it oh no.
It's about
Thinking
a
something else.
he's a detective and he gets poisoned and he shrinks to the size of a kid,
Oh, you told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
which actually sounds like what happened to this guy. But instead of shrinking, he just died.
he gets poisoned,
He gets
And
regular
then-
poisoned.
and then right when he's about to figure out who the killer is, he dies.
Yeah. It's like,
He dies dead.
I bet he was like, "Oh shit, they got me with the kid poison. I'm gonna start shrinking." And
Reached up his arm.
he's like, "I'm gonna be this tall." That's what happened to the Somerton Man. We figured it out. We cracked the case.
Oh,
We're
maybe,
good.
maybe with his dying breath, he was like saluting Hitler,
Shit.
like the Sieg Heil thing.
Well, I'm
Like,
glad he's dead then.
maybe that's what the arm thing was. You know,
You think so? You think it was a Sieg Heil
maybe
to his prince?
of darkness.
Yeah. I bet he was like, "Good night, sweet prince." Hitler.
Hey Hitler.
Watch this actually be like an American spy who's working for us to try and help stop the Cold War from being happened.
Maybe he did stop the Cold War, and that's why it was cold.
Oh.
Maybe it's about to get warm,
What if
and he stopped it.
what if it's the
by
exact
sacrificing
opposite
himself.
effect? What if he like somehow his death actually sparked the Cold War or whatever, but he was trying to stop it the whole time?
Maybe, yeah.
The Somerton Man. More like the failure man. Nice going.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he is Solid Snake.
He's not solid anymore. That guy's dead.
Dang.
He's dead as shit.
Or is he?
Weird. He's the corner. We figured it out.
Oh, you know what he could be? Have you seen Underworld? Like all of
years
them?
ago. No.
Okay. So,
They had like the werewolves and stuff.
yeah, the like super top level head vampire dudes, they like, there's like 3 of them who rule the vampires, but they take turns doing it. So the other 2 like hibernate for like 1,000 years or something, while the other one is kind of ruling. And their body gets like a mummy kind of thing where they're hibernating and they're like asleep. And then to like wake them up, I think they wake up like when the time is right, but also you could like forcefully wake them up. And they like put blood like in their mouth and it like regenerates their organs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they come back like, but they're all dried out and they have to like feed,
Oh my god.
drink blood, and then they return, right? Maybe his organs are swollen because they need blood. He had blood in his stomach. He's a vampire.
This guy is a freak. I'm looking at his picture right now. He actually does kind of look like a vampire.
Does he really?
Yeah. He's got a black cloak on, and the collar is popped all the way up to here, and he's got a wicked widow's peak. And his skin's purple.
Dang.
He's got fangs.
he looks
could be a
exactly.
vampire.
And he's got fangs.
Actually, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at Count Chocula. Let me look at the.
His name's Vlad.
Yeah. So that's all I had for that. I think he's a spy. I think he was a spy who was murdered by another spy.
I think he was a time traveling vampire who comes to us from Hogwarts.
It's one of those two. It can't be anything else. It has to be just one of those two. All right. So that's all we have today for big episode 11. So if you like this episode, or if you like any of the other episodes that you've listened to, make sure you subscribe to us.
Like, review.
Review. Give us star ratings on iTunes.
5 of them.
On Apple Podcasts. We're doing pretty good with these star ratings here.
Oh, are we?
Some dick gave us a 3.5 though. What an ass. Or a 3. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I was about to say, I
they
can't.
gave us a 3-star out of 5 stars. We have no voicemails again today. Let's change that. You assholes. Give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call, man.
Call us and tell us who you think the Somerton Man is. Is he
Yeah,
a spy? Is he an
You
alien?
can email us too, I guess, but I'd prefer if you called us.
Mhm. You can email us at idiotsyncraticpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 682-422-9458. And we'll listen to the voicemail. We'll play it.
We'll play it live.
We'll play it live. You can hear your own voice on our podcast. How's that?
Dang, it's
Yeah.
like famous.
It makes you famous. We'll make it like Quicksand Grave made us famous.
Yeah.
I missed that guy.
Hey, where is Quicksand Graves? He was supposed to rap at me, but he got scared.
Where you been at, you little bitch?
All my friends have